We are coming to you live from JumpShotTherapy Studios North, stealing my brother's thing because fuck him. I am Dylan Breda. I'm the Bronzeback Gorilla. I am with the King of the Bears, Alfredo Velez. I am with the King of the Twinks, Hunter Davis. And I'm with the man who bathes in the mists in Lake Minnetonka, Stephen Barretto.
Good evening.
Big brother. Yeah, remember when I said we were going to come at you a little more frequently? Lied.
It's a rough time.
It's a rough time. Hard time to get this shit done. And quality, not up to standards. 2 months. Give me 2 months. And I'll have all the correct equipment to make sure everything is smooth and operating correctly. What have all y'all been up to? Fredo, what have you been up to?
I've been...
Making excuses not going to the gym? What?
Yeah. Well, since we haven't recorded in a long time, I have been going to the gym with Dylan, but as of late, yesterday, I started going to the gym on my own. So I'm going to try that out, and I decided I want to join the police force, hopefully June. So that's my goal.
It's going to take a while for you to get even in there, man. That shit's hard. I have buddies who actually went to school to be cops who can't get jobs as cops. Yeah. So good luck with that. Even though what the shit they asked for is absolutely ridiculous and human beings can't do.
Yeah. A mile and a half in 13 minutes. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
No, that's doable. That's actually doable. Yeah. Not for you.
Not yet, at least.
No, you're too damn big for that. Steven, what have you been up to?
Enjoying the playoffs. Madden getting done. Same old.
Hunter, what have you been up to?
I've been packing, getting ready to move. That's about it.
Yeah, not an easy time here at JumpShotTherapy. A lot of things going on.
I'm packing, and I'm also getting ready to change jobs. Great news.
In the same store.
Yeah, the switch.
You're not going anywhere. Since the last time I recorded, I've started kickboxing. And let me tell you what, you think you're in shape? You're fucking not. Go do the first 15 minutes of this kickboxing shit, and it'll beat the shit out of you. You will die. Not easy. But it is incredibly fun, and I'm burning the fuck out of calories, and I'm getting into fight shape, which is exactly what I've wanted. And it's so good to finally get into a fucking kickboxing gym. So, yes, I'm ecstatic. I'm excited to be doing this. And I'm glad we're back. So, Hunter, I know I've been trolling you these last couple days when it comes to basketball. So, hashtag Kyrie's leaving.
Kyrie's leaving.
Usually it's trolling if the other person.
Kyrie's leaving.
I love every bit of it. Because it wasn't even just the fact that the Nets fans were telling you Kyrie was leaving. It's the fact that the Celtics were getting the absolute shit kicked out of them. And then the crowd started trolling. And it was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. So I had to take my shot when I could.
Yeah, shout out to the Nets beating the Rockets last night, too.
Yeah, the Nets are playing good basketball right now.
23-23 right now. 7th seed.
Yeah, Kyrie being frustrated, Hunter. What are your thoughts on that?
Yesterday's win proved that he's not leaving. That's my...
No, he took out his frustrations out yesterday.
Yeah, I'm not... Okay, so, one win doesn't determine whether someone, leaves or stays. So, I think you were just looking for an excuse there. Because he also didn't answer my question. So... I asked, in case you forgot what the question was, it was, how do you feel about Kyrie's frustrations? And don't dodge me. Go.
They're warranted because I want to trade Terry Rozier so bad.
Because Boston Celtics fans, the second that Kyrie said that shit, half of them were trying to kick Kyrie out of town, which is hysterical to me.
I want Terry Rozier out because every time they put him in, Brad Stevens keeps him in too long and he fucks up the game because he's not getting enough minutes, so he can't get in the flow of his own game.
That's a blessing and a curse when you have so much talent on your team. You can't figure out how long to put people in because you want to get them their time and their minutes.
Yeah, but he's sucking it up.
I still think Rozier needs to go to the Suns.
Well, the Suns don't got anything that Boston would want.
Yeah, why are we trying to trade him to the Suns? Yeah,
Why? Fredo wants everybody to get fucking traded to the goddamn
Them
Suns.
Suns.
Because
You
they need a point guard.
But they have nothing to offer.
Give up some. I don't know.
You have nothing to offer.
Give up a cash and few.
Their best
second-round picks.
player, they're not trading. He's off the book. So
Their second best player, they're not trading, and he's off the books. And the third best player, they're not trading. And
Give him Josh Jackson. For
nobody wants Josh Jackson. He
Yeah,
can't shoot. And what would he do in Boston?
Play defense.
Nothing. Jaylen Brown's better than Josh Jackson. There, I said it. Like at that point, you take minutes away from wings who like are more productive on offense, and Josh Jackson shoots like he's holding chopsticks or something. That dude does not know what he's doing. So I like that Kyrie is getting frustrated because he's demanding excellence from his teammates and the players. And he understands what it's like to be on a championship caliber team and a championship team. And everything he said to the media about expectations is exactly what I've been saying from fucking day one. Was expectations make or break teams.
Yeah.
Last year there were no expectations for the Celtics teams when Kyrie and Gordon Hayward went out.
down. Yeah.
Now that they're back, everyone's like, oh, finals.
Yeah.
We got everybody back healthy. It's going to roll right in. It never works like that. It never works like that. So I'm glad Kyrie is the only one that seems to be self-aware enough. It seems like Kyrie is the only one there who's self-aware enough to understand the situation and how this style of basketball will not translate into playoff wins. It all starts with the work you put in now. Granted, the regular season is always super long, and we can tend to
We are halfway in right now.
we tend to devalue the regular season because it's so long. But the regular season sets up the postseason, and it's kind of the same thing in football. It doesn't matter how hot you are in the regular season; it's how hot you are in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But this kind of sets the tone because you can't create that spark unless you already are showing it.
So what do you think about Kyrie saying that he called LeBron to apologize?
Good for him. Like, didn't need to, but like, it's a growth moment, and it's like he definitely took LeBron for granted, which I'm glad he was able to like come to terms with that.
Yeah.
And he was I wouldn't say he was the bigger man, but he showed a lot of maturity in doing that. So good for you, Kyrie. Appreciate you. But I also don't know if Kyrie is the type of leader that can lead a team.
Yeah.
Because of those flat Earth comments. Anything you'd like to add, number one Boston sports fan, Hunter Davis?
You were whacked for that flat Earth comment. And no, there's nothing else. I mean, I guess he's just growing up as a leader, like before our eyes. I mean, he's never had a chance to do it in Cleveland, so I mean, he's just really doing it now. This is really his chance to kind of. I feel like
he would have had the chance in Cleveland, but he let himself out before that.
I mean, who wouldn't have? I mean, they're look at them now. They fucking suck.
Well, they don't have a leader, and their only leader is hurt.
And they also fucking built a roster that is like can only be played around LeBron, and then now that roster can't be played around anybody else.
Yeah, well, it's a blessing and a curse to have LeBron James on your team, man.
It is.
Pretty much.
Go ahead.
So another thing is that Minnesota versus Sixers game. Joel Embiid made the comment after the game. He was like, "It's fun being a third string playing against stars." That shit was fucking great.
I get what he was trying to do, but I don't think the execution was well.
Why not? Why so?
I don't know. Because hearing the quote, like, I guess...
This is exactly what he said. It was an honor being a part of the third stringers and get a win against real NBA starters.
I feel like his sarcasm... I think he played himself. I feel like he played himself. Like, I get what he was trying to do, trying to like back up Jimmy against his old team and whatnot.
And Jimmy even put laughing emojis on that.
Yeah, but it's like he just called himself a third stringer when he's the best center in the NBA. It's like, I get what you're trying to do, man, but try harder.
Oh, and then Jimmy Butler posted, he was like looking, he's like going past and looking towards the future, and he's looking right at Andrew Wiggins in the picture.
Well, yeah, they're petty, and I just want Jimmy Butler to. I want Jimmy Butler on the Nets so bad. You have
do?
no idea. I want Jimmy Butler on the Nets so bad because of how hard he plays and how he demands excellence.
Yeah.
Nobody in this league demands excellence the way that Jimmy Butler does. Nobody. Even Bron demands it to an extent, but Jimmy literally makes you feel like shit if you don't. Yeah. If you're not playing to the best of your ability, trying to be better.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
That's the one thing about Kobe I admire the most. The other day we got into a conversation at work about whether the being, I don't want to say being the shitty teammate, but being the guy who demands the best is a Jordan trait or a Kobe trait. And I was like, that's a Kobe trait. Jordan didn't have that. No. It's either you played with Jordan or Jordan yelled at you all the time and hit you. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Kobe
pushed
demanded it, and then would just talk shit to you the whole time.
Yeah, like he did with Sasha Vujicic, and then Vujicic elbowed him.
Farmar and Jeremy Lin and Powell and Lamar and I also watched a interview with Big Cat from Barstool and A-Rod with Kobe for about 45 minutes. Holy shit, is that a good listen? Please go and listen to that shit, because
what is it called again?
If you just type in Kobe Bryant interview or Barstool Kobe Bryant interview or something like that, they jump into the mind of Kobe and how he jumped, how they're like, oh, everyone thought you were a bad teammate. He was like, those are just the guys who just couldn't deal with me in practice. He was like, Jimmy Butler going through his practice, so they talk about the Jimmy Butler situation. They're like, Jimmy Butler went through practice and pulled the third stringers and was just yelling at everybody. We just called that a Monday. Yeah. And just went through, and it's such a good listen. Please, everybody, not even just the listeners, you guys, go listen to that if you already haven't. It's fantastic.
Yeah, shout out to Barstool for naming New Haven Peace of Capital of the World.
We've already talked about that.
We did?
Yeah.
Was it one of the?
I don't know. It's probably one of the podcasts you haven't put up.
Hey,
bam!
Hunter, your brother,
shooting from the hip, bow bow bow.
Hip fire right there, hip fire headshot.
Call of Duty
360 no scope.
Desert Eagle modded controller.
James Harden, as you guys know, has been
holy shit
playing the fuck out of what's called basketball lately.
Yeah,
doing a great job at putting the ball into the hoop.
Yep.
So much so, he scored 150 something straight points without having an
without having an assist into it. Yep.
And
that's fucking crazy.
I feel like the MVP race is down to two people,
which is
Giannis and James Harden.
You wouldn't pick Kawhi in there?
No,
not even close.
I wouldn't put Kawhi in there because Kawhi doesn't play back-to-backs. Kawhi, he doesn't play back-to-backs. He's only just started trying to play back-to-backs. His numbers back it up, and the team wins, but the team is also winning without him.
Yeah.
So that doesn't really help his case. But it's literally James Harden versus Giannis, because
he's literally carrying that team, and Capella's out.
With Chris Paul being out, Capella being out.
Yeah.
He's still putting up crazy numbers. Granted, they're losing to teams with decent bigs.
The second best player on the team is Gerald Green.
Eric Gordon.
I think Eric Gordon's injured.
No shit, Austin Rivers. But it's if you have a decent big, you're gonna beat the shit out of the Rockets.
Yeah.
Jared Allen just had 20 rebounds,
24 rebounds, 20 points.
Not trying to shit on Jared Allen. He's a good big.
Yeah.
If you have a halfway good big, your big's gonna have a field day.
Yeah.
It's just, can you stop James Harden?
Yeah.
Or can you just hold him off a little bit? And right now, the answer lately has been no, but he's balling the fuck out. And if it's sustained the way this is going, he's going to walk away with the MVP.
But do you think, now going to the playoffs, he always burns himself out during the regular season?
Yeah, it's his own fault.
And he just shit. He's
just
from
a
shit show in the playoffs.
In the West to fucking fifth?
Fifth.
Yeah. Well, they went on a streak, man. Right around Christmas is when they went on a streak.
He went on a streak, not the Rockets. He went on the fucking streak.
The Rockets get the win because of him, so you could say they.
I'm going to say him.
Man, but the thing is, they would have beat the Warriors last year if Chris Paul was healthy. It is what it is. But James Harden does have a tendency to burn out because he runs himself to the ground.
When do you think Chris Paul's coming back?
I don't even know what the timetable is on his injury.
I think it's his hamstring again.
Yeah, that's going to be rough. That is going to be rough, but right now, in order to get to the playoffs, I trust Harden enough to get them a pretty decent seed so they don't get fucked in a really bad matchup.
So you think top 4?
Top 5.
Top 5?
I can see them in top 5. If they're anywhere below 5, they're going to have a rough time, especially if they're healthy.
I see Lakers Rockets 5-4 in the playoffs.
If that happens, I don't feel good about that Rockets team in the series. Mm-hmm. I do not feel good about that Rockets team in a 7-game series.
That would be interesting, though.
I would like to see who. I want to know who's going to match up with the Nuggets. That's going to be the team that's.
God.
That was one of my predictions right before the season. I was like, the Nuggets going to eliminate a big team.
If the playoffs
And right now, it seems like that team could be Houston, depending on where the Nuggets end up getting seeded.
If the playoffs would start right now, it'd be Denver versus
They'd
Clippers.
be the 2 seed.
Denver versus Clippers.
Yeah, they would bump. I wouldn't expect anything on the Clippers in this playoffs. It would be the next round where they'd get a good matchup and probably bump them, bump a good team. Anything else you got for basketball, Fredo?
Just one last thing. LeBron has been out almost a month. He's basically out of the MVP race. Basically,
No, I don't think he's out of it.
if you miss more than 15 games,
if
you
he's
don't
on a month,
qualify.
then yes.
If you miss more than 15 games, you don't qualify for MVP.
Yeah, whatever. He wasn't gonna win it anyway with the way these guys are fucking playing.
But so they said they're expected him to come back for the Suns for a warm-up game.
Well, that's definitely a warm-up game.
Or the game after.
Just go fucking play a college team, LeBron. That's a warm-up game. That'll give you more of a fucking competitive game than these fucking Suns. Jesus Christ.
So that's when he's expected to come back next. And then Boogie is playing first game this Friday. Starting. Healthy.
Man, I can't wait to see the dysfunction in that organization.
Oh my! I still think Draymond Green is his role. He's done as a player for me.
Well, you also have never liked him, and you've been trying to get him all the way the fuck out of here for years. So what you're saying about Draymond means absolutely nothing to me.
But his stats this year is like
he's also never really had stats. So his
he's
stats
like
don't
10, 7.
His
He's like
stats don't
4.
his stats don't reflect his style of play.
Yeah.
Because they don't show hustle plays. He gets a lot of hockey assists.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
So
yeah.
it's like his numbers don't get put on the board,
Yeah.
but his plus minus is always good.
Yeah.
So
Guess
like
so.
he's more important than just numbers. That's where it's like you. I know you like stats, but a lot of stats are overrated depending on the player. But with that being said,
Oh my God! Here we go.
oh, where is it? Oh, what the fuck? Am I connected to something?
Your Wi-Fi?
Oh, where's the volume?
Is it the Wi-Fi?
Ah, my volume's down. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try this again.
Boo.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the official Marshawn Brooks Sport Average Calculator sponsored by JumpShotTherapy.com. JumpShotTherapy.com for all your sporting needs. I haven't done that in a while.
Oh God.
So as you all know, Alfredo made a bet with me at the beginning of this year, saying that Marshawn Brooks, the Marshawn Brooks,
My guy.
the scrub, was going to average 22 points a game for this NBA season. That's not happening because Marshawn Brooks got a lot of garbage time when there was a lot of injuries on the Memphis Grizzlies team after he signed a 2-year contract. As we went through the season, teams tried to trade for Dillon Brooks, and they were trying to give Marshawn Brooks, and people were like, nah. Fam, get that fucking bum away from my team. We don't want him. And then one team finally said, you know what? Fuck it. We'll take that bum. We'll put him on our team, and he's not going to get any playing time on our suck team, too. That team was the Chicago Bulls. And I'm going to tell you guys right now that Marshawn Brooks is currently averaging, at this point in the 2018-2019 NBA season, 6.6 points. I
Fun
think
fact.
we've officially come to the point where Marshawn Brooks can no longer average 22 points.
How many? What
Fun fact, he's not even on the roster
score
anymore.
In order for him to average.
Fun fact,
22
Marshawn Brooks
points.
is not even on the official Chicago Bulls roster. So he got waived and nobody even knew. Fredo, you need to figure out how to like some better players, man.
Oh, man.
God. He's a walking bucket. Yeah, now he's walking to the unemployment line.
Yeah, he's walking paint buckets. He's going to be painting houses.
Oh, my God. I can't believe you really made this bet.
I'm ready for this wax.
All right, guys, thank you for coming. Fuck it.
Oh, wow, awful.
Man, I haven't done it in so long. Like, remember when I was super fluid with it? Oh, God.
You were never fluid with it.
I was always good with it. You're a bitch.
You were never fluid with it.
How do you pronounce that middle name?
You always failed.
Oh, fun fact, Marshawn Brooks also has a trash middle name. It's Skatif. Marshawn Skatif Brooks. Marshawn Brooks' family, in the words of the great Derrick Rose, kill yourself.
If you would like an interview, Marshawn, please come on the show. We'd gladly welcome you.
I don't want you on my show, Marshawn. I'm sorry, man, but
Wow.
like, stay the fuck away from me, dude.
Oh, my God.
I never wanted you on the Nets. I never liked you on the Nets.
Oh, Lord.
Fredo liked you for some reason. I was so happy when you got all the way the fuck out of here, and then Fredo kept mentioning your name.
Listen, if Marshawn Brooks wasn't on the Nets, Joe Green wouldn't have that crazy-ass alley-oop.
Great. That's a highlight I completely forgot about.
But it's one of the best dunks of all time.
It's not one of the best dunks of all time. It's a great windmill, but it's not one of the best dunks of all time. All right. Fun fact, don't have my laptop today because wife sucks. So, no winner's pool. I'll get you guys an update later on. What?
Laptop.
That's not my laptop.
Oh.
What are you even looking at?
The bag.
That's,
Oh, it's my bag.
what the fuck are you talking about? My laptop is also like double the size of yours.
That is true.
All right. So, as everyone is aware, I am a New York Jets fan. I've been a New York Jets fan all my life. And I think I finally found a coach that represents me.
Oh, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, when Chris Johnson and Mike McCagan officially announced that they were going to go with one Adam Gase as the head coach of the New York Jets, I'll admit it, I was upset. I was really mad. There's a head coach with a Super Bowl pedigree who could have helped grow a young quarterback. But we decided to go with the trend in the league and go with the
coordinator.
offensive-minded, like former quarterback coaches of one Peyton Manning, Jay Cutler, Ryan Tannehill, blah blah blah. After listening to a bunch of people talk about how he was able to get the best out of every quarterback he was with, which is true. When he first got Tannehill, before Tannehill got hurt, Tannehill did get his best numbers of his career. Tannehill's also wide receiver, sucks at quarterback, so he did get some good numbers. Peyton Manning's Peyton Manning, but I think Adam Gase learned more from Peyton Manning than Peyton Manning learned from Adam Gase.
Yeah.
And when he did have Jay Cutler, he did make the most out of Jay Cutler. But this is the first time Adam Gase actually gets a chance to work with a quarterback when they first get into the league.
Yep.
Honestly, I don't really give a fuck about any of that. Did you see that motherfucker at the press conference?
Yeah, y'all drafted a crackhead, dog.
Dude.
He was on shrooms, bro.
He wasn't on shrooms. He did so much cocaine, and I resonate with that. I'm so bought into the Adam Gase cocaine theory.
Shit.
I am so in.
The fucking taco video.
Dude, when
that
they
shit was
put the video
hilarious.
of the big taco as he's just wide-eyed the whole time.
What was the background music?
Huh?
Was that Titanic music, right? They did the Titanic music with it.
Yes.
That
Dude,
shit was
it's like
great.
at first I was so upset about the Adam Gase signing, but then I saw him at that press conference looking high as shit. I'm in. I am so in.
Holy shit.
I am
Week 4 next year, we'll see if he's in or not.
Oh, week 4, I'm definitely be calling for his job, but it's okay. He made a lasting impression I will never forget.
Oh my
Something
God.
Todd Bowles never did.
Oh, God.
Did he explain that yet or no?
I don't want him to. Because the thing about Adam Gase, a lot of you guys may not know, Adam Gase
It's meant to be
sucks
retarded.
You can't say that. Adam Gase sucks at communicating with the media. He always says something wrong.
Stupid.
So I don't want Adam Gase talking to the media. Let's let Greg Williams do all the public speaking.
You hired Greg Williams too?
Yeah, we officially hired Greg Williams as our defensive coordinator.
That's not bad.
Which is the best fucking move we could have fucking made.
That's super smart. I mean,
It's
that's
the
really
best thing. Because you know what Greg Williams is going to do? Get the fucking most out of Jamal Adams. Jamal Adams is going to play the fuck for Greg Williams. Because Greg Williams got a fucking fire to him.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what Greg Williams is also going to do? Probably light a fire under Leonard Williams' bitch ass. Because Leonard Williams also has been playing like dog shit.
Hey, guess what else Greg Williams is gonna do?
Hurt Tom
And
Brady.
Tom Brady.
Man, oh man. If oh man. Oh,
The bounty is
Yo,
already
if y'all can see Dylan's face right
Dude.
now.
Also, you know what? The fans, all of the listeners for Jump Shot Therapy and everybody who visits JumpShotTherapy.com, you're learning a lot about me today. You learned that I'm a Nets fan who hates Marshawn Brooks. You learned that I'm a Jets fan who really like that Adam Gase did a ton of cocaine. And you're also about to learn that Dylan fucking hates Tom Brady. Let me give you a backstory. Tom Brady ruined my childhood. And most of my adulthood. It's all his fault. Hunter was born with a silver spoon in his mouth, and once Tom Brady retires, Hunter is going to be a sad, sad boy.
Motherfucker, dude.
Kind of like how Steven is, or Steven was,
Damn.
with the Cowboys.
Shit.
Yeah, Steven did. The thing about Steven is a fan of 90s sports dynasties.
Bulls.
When it comes,
Cowboys.
no, he doesn't like the Bulls.
No.
He likes
Or
Kevin,
Jordan.
he likes Kevin Garnett. But when it comes to football,
Yeah.
he is a fan of 90s sports dynasties. He's a Dallas Cowboys fan, and he is a University of Miami football fan.
Oh, man.
Well, actually, Miami wasn't a dynasty in the 90s.
Whatever. What
Wrong.
the fuck I mean. Whatever.
You're wrong.
Early 2000s.
No.
No, it was the 80s. I wasn't born then.
You were born in the 80s.
Yeah, I wasn't born when they were in the dynasty.
You were born. Yeah, but you went along with a team that had a history of winning.
That's swag.
Oh, man.
You does have swag. Yeah. But man, I really, as far as like, on a serious note, Adam Gase, I really hope for the best. That's all you can do. I really hope we go after we do everything we're supposed to do in free agency and in the draft. I also really hope he was joking when he said he was bringing in that Miami Dolphins offensive coordinator.
Oh, gosh.
Because I want no part in that.
At least you know you'll still have your favorite player in the Jets, wide receiver screen.
I'm fine with the wide receiver screen as long as it's not 14 times in the same drive.
Oh, man.
God, if I ever see that motherfucker in the streets, if I ever see Jeremy Bates in the fucking streets, I'm going to beat the shit out of him.
Didn't he get hired by somebody?
I hope not. I really hope not, because fuck that guy. I hate Jeremy Bates with every fiber of my being. I also do like that Adam Gase is not electing to go for a quarterback coach. I like that he's taking full-on responsibility.
Why should he have a freaking quarterback coach? He's supposed to be the guru.
He is. So
He has not signed anywhere.
He went out and said he doesn't want to get a quarterback coach because he wants to have the direct line of communication and doesn't want to play the game of telephone. When I heard that, I was like, thank fucking God. I was like, that's all I want to hear. I need the head coach of the Jets for the next 4 or 5 years, his sole responsibility is making sure Darnold reaches his potential. And as long as he doesn't fuck it up, I'm okay. On to the other coaching hires, Steven. Who else has gotten hired in the NFL?
Oh, can I say real quick?
What?
The only thing I know about the Packers, we hired Jags quarterback coach. I don't like that.
You also hired the Tennessee Titans offensive coordinator as their head coach?
I don't think we have a head coach yet.
Yeah, you do. You have a head coach.
No.
Yep.
Hold on.
Yep.
We
the
do?
Tennessee Titans offensive coordinator is the head coach of the Green Bay Packers. And you know what that says to me, Fredo, as a football fan and someone who understands the Packers organization and Aaron Rodgers? They didn't want to get anybody that was going to make Aaron Rodgers angry.
Yep.
They want Aaron Rodgers to control the organization, hold them hostage, and not be...
Fuck,
have
I
him-
wanted McDaniels.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere. I'm a firm believer that Josh McDaniels is going to be the next head coach of the New England Patriots and will not interview ever again for any other job.
When do you think Belichick retires?
3 years.
3 years?
I give it 3 years. I think when Brady goes, Belichick goes. Gronk's probably going next year.
I think he should leave this after this year.
Going into next year. I think he's going to hang up his cleats and be done. If not, I think Belichick's going to cut him.
Belichick cuts a lot of players, older players, right?
Yeah, Belichick doesn't care. That's why he runs that organization. Bruce Arians is the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Didn't see that coming. I am also I do hate Todd Bowles as my head coach, but I am happy he did get a job with Bruce Arians again in Tampa. Hopefully he can. I don't want to say fix the Tampa defense, or I want to say make Tampa have a defense. I think that makes sense. Who else? Cliffy Kingsbury is the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. Don't know why, but he got the job.
It's if you know Sean McVay, you're gonna get an interview.
Hey, I love me some Sean McVay though. What do you think about these rumors of the Arizona Cardinals drafting Kyler Murray with the number 1 overall pick?
Kyler Murray.
They're not going to do it.
You can't do it.
Kyler Murray.
You drafted a quarterback in the top 10 last season.
Yeah, but that quarterback was also not what this head coach wanted.
Rosen.
Yeah.
Right?
Also, what does he have to throw to?
Exactly. No, I understand that. But with Kingsbury on record saying that he would take Kyler Murray with the first overall pick of the draft, if he had it.
You can't take 2 quarterbacks in the top 10 back-to-back years.
Trade the other one.
Everybody, there's plenty of teams that have done that.
Cleveland
Name
just did
a
it.
team that's done it.
The Browns did it
Literally,
last
Cleveland
year.
literally just did it.
Cleveland's drafted 2 quarterbacks in the top 10.
Deshaun
Yeah.
Kaiser.
Yep. And
They
Baker.
drafted him in the top 10. No, they did not. They drafted him in the second round, you dumbass.
No, Kaiser is a first-round pick, dude.
No, Kaiser was a second-round pick. Look it up.
I'm gonna look it up.
You're the
Keep
stat
talking.
guy.
Who's that guy?
I'm gonna look it up. Keep talking, guys. But didn't they draft Johnny Football before that?
Johnny Manziel went in the first round.
But not top 10. I'm talking about top 10 picks. Back-to-back years.
Second round 52 pick. Yeah.
Yeah, you could still do it. You could technically do it, and then you could have such a fucking ransom too if you did that. I'm not condoning it. I can see why he'd want to do it because
I'm pretty sure
there's gonna be a team that'd be like, "Oh, Rosen's on the trade block. Hell yeah!"
Yeah, I was a lot of people are gonna drool over Rosen.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Oh, hell yeah, Rosen's on the fucking trade block."
Where do you think he should go? The Cincinnati?
No, I don't think Andy Dalton's not the fucking problem.
What's the problem? The
He
coaching?
was the problem for a while. It's just Marvin Lewis is the fucking problem. Now he's gone. So I'm not too worried.
What
about
team
them.
needs a quarterback right now?
The Jaguars need a quarterback. The Dolphins need a quarterback. The Giants need a quarterback.
Oh, yeah,
the Redskins need a quarterback.
Basically, the whole state of Florida needs a
The whole state of Florida needs a quarterback. I'd say Detroit should probably start looking for a quarterback. I think Oakland needs a quarterback.
He's like third or second highest paid quarterback in the league.
Oh,
So
I
they're gonna
know.
eat that.
It does. I know they're going to eat it, but they should probably start looking soon.
San Francisco.
San Francisco should look at quarterbacks. The Titans should probably look at quarterback.
Who do you think is the best asset for Rosen?
The best asset.
Why would you, if you're
Assets.
San Francisco, why would you look at quarterbacks if you got the GOAT Nick Mullins on your team?
Because he's not the answer.
Because you gave freaking Garoppolo money, who I said is injury prone.
ACL.
He's the second highest paid quarterback in the league, and he's already proven in New England when they had to play just 4 games that he can't stay a full season. He can't do a full season. He's yet to prove that.
Who else needs a quarterback?
I'm trying to think by division.
AFC North has all their quarterbacks. Pittsburgh probably should start looking soon, but they're looking to extend Big Ben.
They'll probably draft in the next 2 seasons a quarterback.
AFC East, every team except for Miami has the quarterback. AFC South is Jacksonville and
No,
Tennessee.
Patriots still need a quarterback.
Well, Patriots should, but the Patriots probably going to look next year with a better QB draft class.
But the year after, homeboy from Clemson? Oh!
Next year's going to have a good class.
No, next year he can't come.
No, the
He
year
can't come
after I
out.
said. The year after.
Yeah, next year will be a good class, and then next year after that, the Patriots will probably have a high draft pick and trade up.
Ooh, shots fired.
No, it's bound to happen, man. At that point, Tom Brady would be, 43 years old and probably walking around on a fucking walker. And Belichick's going to be fucking having a defibrillator on the sidelines. Like, Father Time is undefeated, man. Jacksonville, Tennessee should look at quarterbacks. The Colts have their quarterback, and Houston has their quarterback. The AFC West, the Chargers should probably start looking at a new quarterback. The Raiders should be looking at a new quarterback.
Everything.
Denver
also should be looking at a quarterback.
Who they have right now?
What's his face? Case Keenum.
Oh, yeah.
And who are we forgetting? The Chiefs have their quarterback.
Yeah, for sure.
NFC North, I think Detroit, but they're not going to move on that. Chicago has a quarterback. Minnesota has a real good wide receiver coach, but they
real
need
expensive wide receiver coach.
They should probably be exploring options, but they won't. Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. NFC East,
Redskins.
the Giants and the Redskins should probably start
Aaron
looking at
Rodgers
quarterbacks.
will be 36 years old next year, by the way.
Aaron Rodgers also played till he's 40. NFC South, Tampa.
Not with those injuries he keeps getting.
No, absolutely. Tampa needs a quarterback. Atlanta has a quarterback. Drew Brees is Drew Brees, and they love Taysom Hill. And Carolina has Cam Newton. NFC West, Goff is there. Russell Wilson's there.
They say they might not have Cam Newton next year.
Yeah, they're planning on sitting him
Why?
to heal him up 100%.
He's really hurt.
Okay.
Goff, Wilson,
Tank.
Rosen, and potentially Kyler Murray.
Kyle Murray.
And who else in the West? I said 3.
Raiders.
NFC West.
Oh.
Rams, Cardinals, Seahawks, and the Niners. And the Niners should probably be exploring too. A lot of teams with needs at quarterback. And you'll see Nick Foles get a nice contract.
Do you think Wentz is out?
No.
No, they've
They've already picked.
If they want to,
So they can keep Wentz and get rid of Foles? Oh, shit.
that offense runs better with Nick Foles in it.
That offense runs better with Nick Foles in the last 3 weeks of the season.
But
Big Dick Nick Foles.
Philly don't have to do nothing because Foles is a free agent, and Foles might take his talents to South Beach.
Yeah, Foles is going to get himself a lot of money. Ted Bridgewater is going to find himself a home.
And don't forget Joe Flacco will be on the market.
Yeah, Joe Flacco will probably also end up in Miami.
So you're going to have 2 Super Bowl free agents, running quarterbacks as free agents.
Let's talk draft real quick before we move on to the other head coaches. We talked, was it yesterday, about Kyler Murray?
Kyle Murray.
I didn't get into it because I was on work, but
Yeah.
Hunter is ridiculous.
Right?
I said he was graded as a 2nd to 3rd round pick.
By who?
That's
By
it,
one
'cause
guy?
he is.
Everybody else is saying he's in the first round.
How's
Which he
everybody
is.
else saying that when literally fucking scouts are saying that he's a 2nd, 3rd round pick?
Scouts also said Baker wasn't going to go number 1.
Scouts said that he was going to be a 1st round pick, though.
The scouts are saying Murray's going to be a first round pick.
Over
Not
Dwayne
all the
Haskins?
Man, not all the scouts.
Kyler Murray is now officially the best quarterback in the draft.
Over Dwayne Haskins?
No, I think Haskins is better.
Yeah, but I think Kyler Murray's skill set's better.
So they have the mock draft I just looked at. They have Haskins going 6 to Giants, and then Jacksonville, Kyle Murray.
The thing is, one of these teams is going to be making a phone call.
Dwayne
Top
Haskins
three
is
teams.
just Jacoby Brissett without a degree.
Thanks for your retarded input, Hunter. I'm glad we got that going. there's going to be a couple teams that are going to be trying to trade up to get one of these quarterbacks.
Arizona can do whatever they want. They have the first pick.
Arizona's going to take
They
Nick
have-
Bosa. That's a talent that you kind of can't.
Yeah, him
let
and Chandler
go.
Jones on that line. Oof.
You can't let that talent go. They're just going to take
Shit.
the best player that's on the board and keep it pushing. Who's got the
He's better
second
than
picks? San Francisco.
Yeah, they
San
say
Fran.
Josh Allen.
They say he's better than Joey Bosa, so.
I don't.
Joey Bosa was the 4th pick of the draft. No, 3rd.
San Francisco could be a potential team that trades out, but I feel like they're going to try to address their defense too. The only team that would probably be willing to trade out would be the Jets.
I'm gonna say they should trade up for next year.
Not even for next year. They could swap picks with the Giants.
Go all the way to 6?
Yeah.
It's not. What do you mean all the way to 6?
It's 2 picks later.
Yeah, but
It's
sometimes
2 picks later, and you don't just switch picks. You get
more shit.
this
back
year's
here.
first.
Next
You
year.
probably get a
You
second.
feel it.
You
You
can
just
probably
say-
get next year's second.
Yeah.
And they ain't got far to go. You just knock on the door. Hey.
Uh-huh. I
you
mean, they're
want-
just,
you want
Gettleman,
that damn-
what's
you want
up?
You want that quarterback now?
you know what I wonder? Since they share the
Give
same
me
stadium,
the 6th and give me your first next year.
Or so give me your first, give me a second, give me next year's second,
it would be good.
and just pile up on draft picks. Then you got trade chips just in case you want to make a trade for a big play. Big play player.
But I was just, you know how they share the same stadium?
Yes.
Like, I wonder if, like, draft day, are they also in the stadiums in the war room or something
They
like
have
that?
their own separate war rooms.
They have their own.
No, but if they're in the same stadium doing it. I wonder.
No, they're not in the stadium. They have their own
Like,
offices.
oh,
and
yeah,
stuff.
that's true.
The
Like
stadium, if you go, I go to the draft party every year. We hang out at the stadium. The fans are at the stadium.
Oh, they have a training facility. I forgot. Yeah,
They have a training
It's
facility,
not in the same
office.
area anymore, right?
No.
They moved it
Because
because it used to be like right by the Izod Center and shit.
Yeah, no, their training facility is a little bit farther off from.
It's still in New
where the
Jersey,
stadium
right?
is. It's still Jersey, but it's a little bit farther off.
They only play the games in the stadium.
Yeah.
Everything else is out of it.
Yeah, but the team should be calling New York to see what they could do.
Both teams.
No, they should be calling the Jets.
Yes.
If you're in the market for a quarterback, you should be calling the Jets because there's not a must grab player.
The Raiders
for
are
the Jets.
behind them. If
You don't know what John Gruden's going to do. You have no clue what John Gruden's going to do.
I don't think this is the quarterback draft for him to do it. So
No, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
So you think he'll pick up either
well,
Haskins?
he might trade out because he's got other first round picks that didn't pan out so well because they're so high.
I think the Giants have their eyes set on Dwayne Haskins. If they don't have their eyes set on Dwayne Haskins, they have their eyes set on Teddy Bridgewater. I think that is what's going to make the most sense. If they want to complement the electrifying nature of their offense, I think Kyler Murray would be the better option. But my thing with Kyler Murray is he's fucking super short. That it's not an easy thing to do when you're my height playing quarterback in the NFL. And he's also
Baker's kind of short though, right?
Baker's 6
And then
feet.
they got to play
Okay.
Fletcher Cox
We're
twice. The
almost the same
Redskins D line twice.
Kyler Murray's 5'8".
Holy shit, that's short. Okay, never mind. We're talking about.
We're gonna get
us.
his. I'm 5'8.5", 5'9".
Oh yeah, I forgot I'm
He's
5'11".
5'9".
Yeah, like wait till we see Kyler Murray's actual measurables at the combine.
Oh man.
That could really fuck him. Because it's not that he's just short; he's also a very small frame.
They said they have his height is 5'11".
yeah, he's
5'10".
listed at 5'11", but everyone's like, nah. There's a picture of Kyler Murray and Baker standing next to each other, and Baker towers over him.
Really?
And Baker's not a tall man. But like he's not just short, he's also like a
Scrawny?
slender build. And
He's baseball built.
when you have to play against defenses like Philly's defense, and you got DeMarcus Lawrence rushing at you, and Jalen Smith coming in there across the middle sometimes, like shit's gonna be
We're
rough.
saying Jalen Smith.
Jalen Smith, if he blitzes, is gonna come. Then you got the tackling Dutchman. You got these big guys on defense. And a tiny, tiny man. That's the only negative about it. Like he's got electrifying speed and he makes great throws and he's a great player. But the downside is going to be his size.
So I got a question for that. Who was the last quarterback
Doug
that was
Flutie.
short that was good?
Doug Flutie's the last short
Flutie
quarterback.
Flakes.
But Flutie also wasn't, like, amazing.
So basically, any quarterback under like 6'1" is very sketchy.
That
so to
was the
say.
status quo, but Russell Wilson shattered that, so they're taking chances.
Yeah, they're taking
Russell
more
Wilson's
chances.
like out my height, right?
Yeah,
That
Russell
used to be the
plenty of-
status quo.
There's plenty of 6'5" guys that can't fucking throw a lick in the fucking
Exactly,
NFL.
but, like, Russell Wilson's
Osweiler's
already
like
got...
6'8".
Russell Wilson also has a lot of meat on his bones.
Yeah.
And is a thick boy. And always has been a thick
All
boy.
that matters is if you can play football, then you can fucking play. If you can play,
Yeah.
if you can play football, then you're gonna be good in the NFL. You could be 6'4", but you could be a fucking bum.
Drew Brees was the exception, but also Drew Brees was the first pick of the second round.
Yeah, these short quarterbacks are showing nothing but
Yeah.
them being able to play. They've been able to play that fucking height at their whole life, and when they go to the NFL, all they do is adjust, and then
No, I'm just saying, if I was a GM, I'd be like, oh, he's a tiny guy. If he gets hit once, he could be done.
Because none of them ever succeeded before. Only
Yeah.
Drew Brees, and then
Yeah.
Russell Wilson came, and then they started.
I'm not doubting Kyler Murray's ability to play football. I'm just worried that if he takes one good hit, he could be done.
there's different phases in the NFL. Drew Brees came in a phase where short quarterbacks were not like the norm, and then Russell Wilson came in when it was RP. It was kind of like a play, not a play action.
It was
What am
the
I
read
thinking?
option.
It was read option. So it was like, okay, you can have a short quarterback, and now you could have a short quarterback. Like Baker Mayfield's in that fucking thing. Now it's RPO
But also, Russell Wilson had to win that job.
from Matt Flynn.
Yeah,
Wow.
Well,
it
they
was a
paid
freaking
Matt
third-round
Flynn.
pick. Yeah, Russell Wilson was
They
a
paid Matt-
third-round pick.
They paid
Yeah.
Matt Flynn. All it took was one fucking training camp for them to realize that fucking Russell Wilson was way better.
Yeah.
But it's now we're in RPO. Kyler Murray can run the fucking RPO.
But it's
Run
like
an
you're not
RPO.
listening to me when I said I don't doubt his football ability. I think he's great at football.
I'm saying GMs aren't going to be that thrown off. A fucking 6 foot or a 5'11" quarterback was just made the fucking.
Listen,
first overall
RPOs
pick.
work now, but just like always, the shit ends up not working.
They figure it out somehow. I'm just worried about you waste a first round
The
pick
game
on a
always
guy
involved.
who could take one hit and be done. That's all I say. I'm not doubting his football ability. I'm not doubting his ability to make throws or be electric on the feet. I'm just saying you're not just
There's gonna
you're
be
not
a
just a
time
short
where
guy.
big
You're a
motherfucker's
skinny
gonna
guy.
grab him.
You're a scrawny guy. He's like 5'8" and the $160.
I think all it really matters is if you're smart when you're playing, when you're in the pocket and when you're like moving around. Kyler Murray's.
He can't be a pocket quarterback.
Hold on, let me finish. He takes a lot of risks, and if he takes those risks in the NFL, then he's not going to do that good.
He also takes
But-
risks because he plays in the Big 12.
Yeah, he doesn't play against real defenses.
If he plays in the NFL and he doesn't take those risks, like if he just like say if a defender's coming and he doesn't like and he's like, all right, I'm gonna get sacked right here, instead of being like Cam Newton or Andrew Luck and being like, let me fuck up my shoulder, let me fuck up my career because I wanna get this extra fucking 8 yards to get the first down. Then that's when you're
Kyler
fucked.
Murray
But
don't play that
You
way.
know Kyler Murray's stats were better than your beloved Baker.
Kyler Murray don't play that way because if he tries to run over somebody, he's gonna get killed.
right, but
And he's
bigger
also a baseball
quarterbacks are
player.
doing that. That's what bigger quarterbacks are doing right now. They're just standing in and getting hit. They're all trying to be like Big Ben.
Yeah,
How's that
but
working for Big Ben?
all it takes is one time for Aaron Donald to just come in that middle, just lay you out, and Fletcher Cox twice a year, depending on
This
the
is a
division you go to.
quarterback. This is a quarterback safety fucking league right now.
Great, that didn't help Alex
You
Smith,
still
did
get
it?
killed.
That's a freak play.
Dude, quarterbacks get hit.
Yeah, you get hit. It happens. It's a freak play. That's exactly.
And guess what?
Same thing could happen.
He'll get hit, and they'll call the penalty flag, but he'll still get hit. It's
Way
just
safer than it was when Drew Brees came in.
no. I'm not.
So,
Nobody's saying
I'm
it's
doubting.
not, but you have to think about like, okay, this kid's fucking 165 at 5'9", 5'10", however big he is. Not going to take a shit ton of hits. How are you going to protect him? Yeah, there's more than just, he's a great football player in college, in the Big 12, when he didn't play no defenses. How is that going to
The
transition
GM
to
will
the
figure it
NFL?
out.
They'll figure it out, but then it's like, that's the only doubting thing for me is like, he could fall just because of he might be scared he could get hurt.
Oh, I hope
Or his commitment. because he keeps bouncing back and forth between fucking baseball and NFL. Just because you commit to the NFL draft doesn't mean you're committing to playing in the NFL.
I don't know. Schefter said he made up his mind, but he said there's room to switch, but he's following his heart right now. So
I think
what happens.
he has to what to switch the 24th if he wants to change his mind.
Because he could still get drafted and just be like, I'm
And
gonna
play for the
baseball.
Athletics, yeah.
Yeah, he can do that.
He could do that. That's like
I
listened to Stephen A. talk.
Like I said about him playing fucking baseball. Nobody wants to ride the fucking bus to go to games
Yeah.
when you're playing in the triple A's.
Listen,
Well,
if
That's the
if
that's the only shit
they weren't
about
gonna,
baseball.
the A's weren't gonna do that if he wanted to be in the NFL.
The thing is,
They were gonna make him do it till September.
They were
or
gonna
August.
They were gonna put him on the fast track to the majors.
They made him a deal. That's what.
They're gonna put him on
He
the
asked
fast
for
track.
15.
He was
goes,
gonna
if you
be
don't give me
AAA.
15, I'm not going to join the draft.
He was going to be put on a fast track to the majors because the A's are an organization that do all the analytics, and Kyler Murray, even with the possibility of him going to play football, was drafted by the guy who started Moneyball. So
Oh,
it's
shit.
like they obviously thought he was going to do something, and they realized that his upside in baseball could be, even though he may not play baseball and want to play football, his upside is that good. So he would have gotten a fast track. From what I understand, like I don't watch college baseball like at all. Apparently, this guy is the 5'8" Derek Jeter, and it's fucking
They
awesome.
compared him to Mookie Betts.
Well, because Mookie is also like super small, but Mookie also is an outfielder, not a fucking shortstop.
They compared his swing to Mookie Betts, I guess.
Well, yeah, like apparently, like his all-around game, like his defensive game, he's apparently he's fucking Derek Jeter.
Yeah,
And
and Mookie
not-
Betts right now, and the reason why the A's drafted him is because they look at Mookie Betts and they're like, Mookie Betts is the second best player in baseball right now. Mike Trout is number one. Why the fuck are we gonna like being a big power hitter like Aaron Judge, who's inefficient at times, but he's still really good. I like Aaron Judge, but he's inefficient a lot. And then you look at somebody who's like 5'8", who you look at and who has a really good batting average in the fucking and college baseball, and you're like, damn, I could get that on my team, and I could have the Boston Red Sox on my team right now.
I was about to say, the only thing, height in baseball doesn't matter unless you play three positions. If you're not a fucking tall pitcher, if you're not a tall first baseman, like that's really it. That's the only position you need to be tall.
And Mookie Betts is kind of like an outlier because he's also like a 5'8" guy who can leap like fucking nobody. Who can leap?
Yeah.
So
Usually
he's
you
just
put your
athletic
taller
freak.
guys in the outfield because they can't jump, but like Mookie Betts is one of the best players in baseball, but like even if you look at like Brett Gardner, someone who's all 5'10", 5'11", fast as shit, will always have a fucking job. Size in MLB doesn't matter as much as it does in the NFL.
No.
All right. I think we went a little bit too long about Kyler Murray. I think Hunter's Baker bias kind of transitioned
I'm
to
not- I
Kyler
really don't-
Murray too.
I like Baker, and I'll support him. I don't have a Baker bias.
You
I'm
have
not,
a Baker
I'm not
bias.
saying.
You have a Baker bias.
I'm saying he's. Did I not send you shit saying that scouts are saying that he's a second to third round pick?
You have a Baker bias. All right.
I'm not saying I'm hating on Baker.
So
I said I
teams
wanted-
were
if our
eliminated from the playoffs.
No.
And we are
if
going to
our last
discuss what
podcast
their
was
team
up-
needs are.
If our last podcast was up, you would know that I said I hope Kyler Murray enters the draft.
Oh my god.
I said I hope he enters the draft.
What does this
I
have to do with
fucking
your
made
Baker
that argument.
bias?
Yeah.
Because I said that I like Kyler Murray.
So the
there you
Texans, the Seahawks, the Bears, the Ravens, the Colts, Cowboys, and Chargers, and Philly are all
yourself.
eliminated from the NFL playoffs. What are some of the team needs for these teams? Let's go with the Texans first. Steven, what do the Texans need to address in the offseason?
A healthy wide receiver. A wide receiver that can stay healthy.
How about multiple wide receivers that can stay
Yeah.
healthy?
Yeah, because they lost.
To the same injury.
They lost Demarius Thomas and Will Fuller.
To the same thing.
Same thing. QT was in and out of the lineup. They also need a new head coach
Yep.
Because say what you want, all right. They won the division again, but it was a time when they were playing the Cowboys. He would have lost that game. He would have got fired. He also calls horrible plays.
If it wasn't for Deshaun Watson turning it on in the second half of the season, he wouldn't have a job.
He's tight end.
Hunter, what do the Seahawks need?
They need wide receiver and they need corner depth.
No, they're good at wide receiver.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
No, they're not.
I don't agree with you there. I think they have Doug. They have Doug, who's getting older, and Tyler Lockett shows up sometimes.
What are you talking about?
Tyler Lockett, he freaking is a perfect quarterback rating when he throws to Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, but Tyler Lockett only has showed up this year. He hasn't really showed up at all previously. And Doug is getting older. You're going to have to address it sooner or later. I agree with Hunter there.
Also safety, because fucking Earl Thomas is not coming back.
How about this, Hunter? How about all of defense except for middle linebacker?
Yeah.
I think that would be a easier answer than, and corner, and safety, and defensive line.
And, yep.
Steven, what do the Bears need?
The Bears...
Need a new quarterback.
No, well, listen.
No, they needed their field goal kick to not get blocked.
Let's not shit on the kicker.
No, it's not his fault.
People of Chicago.
No, he went on fucking Good Morning or the Today Show giving a sad sap fucking story. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
My dear friends of Chicago.
Dude, Chicago just ate him alive because they thought he missed the kick when it got blocked. Of course you're going to go give a sad sap story. Go ask the fucking Buffalo Bills kicker how he feels actually missing field goals.
My dear friends of Chicago, please don't be mad at the kicker. Be mad at your own head coach for not losing on purpose to the Vikings. Because you own the Vikings, you weren't going to lose to them. You were going to be scared of them Vikings in Chicago? Please. They need to decide what they're going to do with the running back situation. And they need to call, I don't know what, Trubisky. We need to figure out something with him.
Tripping.
He's tripping.
Wait a minute. I got an idea.
Oh, boy.
I got an idea that we should do. And it's actually a really good idea.
All right. Let's hear it.
All right. We should get a pool of all 32 teams that are going to be picking this year, right? And we should we should have a group of teams, and we pick for those teams. So we do a mock draft, and we get to pick for those teams.
Hunter, that's not that bad of an idea.
I like it.
I like
it
it.
a lot.
I like it for when draft
It'll be
time
too
rolls
long,
around.
though.
When draft time, I say
We'll
we
only do the first round.
First round, only first round. Yeah, we do first round, and then we have to pick a player, and we don't know who's going to pick who. So we have a list of players that
We have to have our own draft board.
Have our own draft board for individual teams, and we'll say like, okay, team need is like we're just doing right now, where we're like, Seahawks need defense, like they need everybody on fucking defense.
Oh, we're
right?
also talking about free agency here, so it's not like.
Yeah, but we can still do that, and we can still say like, okay, we have this many fucking people on the board. This is who we're taking. So we have to figure out a way to divide up like who gets what pick. So it'll probably be like a snake thing where like somebody gets the first, second, third, fourth, and then it goes like that again. You know.
Okay, we'll discuss that at another time. But I like your idea. Hunter, Baltimore Ravens.
Running back. Le'Veon Bell, maybe?
Offensive coordinator.
I don't think they're going to be able to pay Le'Veon Bell what he wants to get paid.
They need to get Marty Morningway the fuck away from Lamar Jackson.
Now,
call better plays.
I'll say running back, I'll say defensive end, and I'll say corner.
They're going to have to revamp because not only are they losing Flacco, they're getting that money out of there. They're also
Fluco.
They're losing T Sizzle.
Well, he doesn't have any more guaranteed money. This was his last year.
T Sizzle, he's retiring?
No, T Sizzle's a free agent.
Nah, I think he resigns.
Yeah, but he had a big contract. He doesn't have that anymore. He says he's a free agent, so they freed up a little bit of money. When I know Steven keeps bringing up Le'Veon Bell, I don't think the Ravens can pay him what he wants.
If T Sizzle's a free agent, then hell yeah. And Flacco. And I think Jimmy Smith, right?
I don't know about Jimmy.
Smith. I think Jimmy's still under there.
I
wouldn't let Jimmy go. Jimmy's real good.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah, it's good. You
I
just need another
don't.
corner.
I don't
over.
think they could pay Le'Veon Bell what Le'Veon Bell's going to want to be paid. There's only 2 teams that can pay Le'Veon Bell what he wants.
Running back, they need an offense coordinator.
And one of them he
Morning
said
way.
he wasn't going to go there.
Yeah,
Plays-
but he was saying
plays-
that when he was still under contract with another team, and you can't say you're going to do that.
Yeah. Marty Morningway is too much of a chicken shit as a play caller. They need a new play caller.
Steven, what do the Colts need?
Offensive line, too, actually. Sorry.
The Colts need a wide receiver.
Another wide
one.
receiver.
Yeah. Somebody to go along Ty.
You don't think
They're good at tight end.
they're very good at tight end?
Yeah. Another wide receiver.
Another wide receiver to open up the game a little more for Ty.
Mm-hmm.
I also say
That's why
get
Ebron
them
got
another
all
running
this.
back. Get them a running back that can block a little bit. Maybe Le'Veon Bell. Hunter, I was going to pick you here, but I want the Cowboys fan to answer this one. Steven, what do the Cowboys need? To fire Jason Garrett. Absolutely.
Well, if they're not going to fire Jason Garrett, they need to fire Scott Linehan.
True.
Scott Linehan needs to go. You should. That game the other day was horribly called offensively. They need a safety and a D tackle. They need a run-stopping D tackle.
You don't think you guys need a receiver that can move the chains a little bit better? Or a tight end?
Or that comes with play calling. You can get receivers open, no matter how shitty your receivers are. But Scott Linehan doesn't have a scheme. He don't come in bunch formations. His scheme is you beat the person across from you or Dak gets sacked.
You don't think the Cowboys are in the market for a tight end?
They would
They should
draft
be.
one. What tight ends out there are going to be in the market? Exactly.
I don't know.
They need a safety. They need to get Jeff Heath the fuck out away from Dallas.
Jeff Heath. Hunter, what do the Chargers need?
I think they need fucking. Well, damn, this is hard. Oh, offensive line. They definitely need more interior offensive linemen.
All their corners to come back off injury.
And I think there's going to be an important one. I don't know if you guys are
A
going to
better
answer here.
defensive coordinator.
That too. Linebackers.
Oh, yeah.
Line-
Well,
Why
they
are
have-
you playing the whole playoffs with safeties at linebacker?
Yeah, that's asking.
That's
Yeah.
asking
Oh,
for Sony
listen,
Michel to
listen,
run the ball.
Listen.
They literally.
Hunter's like
stacked
Sony
eight in the
Michel's.
box.
He's like big time. Like, yeah, when you're running against fucking 8 DBs and no linebackers, you better be big time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they stacked the box against.
they
They
got
kept
no
doing like
linebackers.
8 in the
Stack the
box.
box. You can stack 8 in the box all the way. If you ain't got no linebackers, you ain't gonna make no tackle.
These DBs can't break off of a fucking block.
Yeah.
Like,
The problem is they had injury. Their best corner was out for the year. Their best linebacker, Denzel Pyramid, was out for the year.
they need to address that whole linebacking core because it's already rough not having a number one corner. Bosa and Ingram could not get to Tom Brady because the second Brady was back there, the ball was out.
And all
It
the
doesn't-
Patriots were doing were fucking blitzing Phillip Rivers, and he couldn't do anything.
It doesn't really help that the Chargers were sitting in zone defense all game. Like Tom Brady's gonna.
You gotta be able to play something else. You can play man.
All they did was sit in zone. I was like, you got nothing but DBs out there. You're not playing man. Come on now.
And they're gonna play. And the Patriots aren't stupid. Belichick's not stupid. McDaniel's not stupid. Or you're gonna play 8 DBs? Run the ball. Stop the
Yeah,
running
Tom
game.
Brady's gonna throw for what, 200 and something yards and have 1 touchdown. And meanwhile, Sony Michel's fucking balling out. That's not Patriots football. And since I went back to back with Stephen Hunter, what do the Philadelphia Eagles need?
Here we go.
A new head coach. No, they.
No, they do. I agree.
They
His job's
definitely
secure though.
A healthy
that?
running back.
No, I was about to say,
running
Doug
back.
Peterson's job secure though because he won a Super Bowl, so he ain't going anywhere anytime
All
soon.
his corners were out for the year. So
Hold up, I got this. Running back, a wide receiver who doesn't let the ball slip through his hands. Yeah. And yeah, that's about it. Running back and wide receiver that doesn't let the ball slip through his hands.
I was about to say any position that ends in back, I think Philadelphia needs.
Defensive back for sure, because their secondary is so young that they're just sitting back there and they're playing the same exact way every time, and they get cooked every single time.
well, also those guys weren't supposed to play. They got guys off the street. Their whole fucking secondary is out for the year. They're 1 through 3 on the depth chart.
Even last year they were getting cooked. They still got Malcolm Jenkins.
Jenkins is a safety.
Yeah, he's a safety. He's still getting fucking cooked over the top. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous how bad they're getting.
Yeah, but
cooked.
if you have good corners, you don't have to worry about getting cooked over the top.
I know, but
They're missing Mills. They're missing Darby. They're out. When slots 1 through 3 on the depth chart,
The defense-
corners are gone.
You know what I should say about that? Doug Peterson should have got more durable guys on his team.
They were durable last season.
The old Steven.
The old Steven talking shit about Dylan's injuries.
He shouldn't have left them in while they were on yellow and red. You know.
You know what? You weren't using them right.
He wasn't
That
using
was
them
my
right.
favorite. That was my absolute favorite. You know what? You weren't using them right.
It gets the reaction when I say it.
It
It gets the reaction I want.
Hunter was trying to get me to get into the fucking PlayStation party earlier, and I was like, I just came back from kickboxing. I'm still on edge. Janice just did something stupid. I'm upset. I don't want to talk right now. I was like, I'm trying not to hit anything. And I was like, and I know Garrett Toomer's going to fucking do something that's going to piss me off, and I'm going to fucking yell.
But you won.
Not Steven, if you saw how Toomer played, you'd have been like, holy shit, how did you win?
Listen, we had the most awful game in Madden history.
Toomer had so many guys wide open on like slants and shit, and just threw the ball at the fucking ground.
If you think your game was bad against Hunter, you have nothing between what me and Dylan played the other day. Oh God! I literally said you can't even get mad at anything.
It's true. What made it worse is I had no choice but to throw the ball with Toomer because I had no running backs. So it's like all Steven had was his running backs, and all I had was my quarterback. So Steven couldn't get the run game going. I couldn't throw the ball. We just kept throwing just bad passes.
We're not even talking shit. We're just sitting laughing at each fucking throw.
We're literally just like, oh, this is bad.
This is the most civilized Madden game we ever had.
Steve and I are known to have wars. We go to war. We hate each other. But boy, oh boy, was this a fucking campfire powwow. We're sitting here roasting marshmallows just like, holy shit, this is awful.
This is awful.
Oh, it was not a fun time. But you know what? I needed that Hunter win. I needed that win. Because Hunter did nothing but talk shit the last couple days.
We couldn't even talk shit. I don't know.
Hunter also wasn't aware of like the narratives that were going on with my team about how all I did was get injured. So like playing these games is not easy especially with a quarterback who just can't complete passes. Who fucking knew? Who fucking knew a quarterback can't complete passes? A quarterback that came alive in the playoffs and made some throws can't make passes. Can't complete a drag route. Oh, God. Every time I threw the ball to him against Hunter, I fucked my butthole puckered. I was so scared it was going to sail and go right to the fucking safeties over the top. But I was like, thank God for these running backs, man. Especially at the end of the game. Hunter was trying to stop the clock. I didn't realize Hunter didn't call any timeouts until 1 minute and 30 seconds left after I ran the ball 3 times. And then I got the first down. And the trainer was like, what are you doing? He's like, why don't you just like throw a touchdown? I was like, nah, man, I'm running the ball. He's like, why? I was like, worst case scenario, he stops me on 3rd down and I just kick it. I'm the best kicker in the league. I'm straight. I was like, he got no timeouts left. I'll just hit chew clock, call quick timeout, run another play, timeout, and then kick that fucking ball, I'll be straight. But I'm happy with the way my running backs are playing. My defense is playing good. It's just this quarterback play, man. I can't do it. Good thing I only spent a second round pick on Toomer, because this motherfucker, there's a reason he fell out of the first round. There is a reason.
Steven's not re-signing fairly.
That's probably to be expected. He probably wants a lot of money.
He probably wants
a lot of money and isn't fairly a little bit older.
Yeah. He's gonna be 30.
Yeah,
31.
yeah. Dump that bitch like a bad habit.
No, I was gonna franchise him, but it was a weak running back draft.
I was gonna say franchise and trade him.
If I can still franchise him,
Tag and trade him.
well, he'll drop to 90 speed, at least 91 actually.
Yeah, what I'm doing with Ellis is I'm tagging and trading him. I don't want to pay him. I got 2 rookie running backs. I'm good on that. Ellis wants a lot of money too. Ellis wants like $8 million a year. I'm like, no, you're good, dude. Thanks for that one good season you had. Appreciate it. Thanks for helping me get my 1,000 yards rushing that I really wanted, but you're out of here. Let me go.
But I digress.
Let me get a first round pick for you. All right, we've got championship weekend, guys. The New England Patriots are going to the Arctic tundra of Kansas City at Arrowhead Stadium to face Patrick, I put ketchup on my steak, Mahomes. Who do you got?
I got the kid, the gunslinger. I know it goes up against everything I say about Andy Reid. I am picking the Kansas City Chiefs.
I also am picking the Chiefs
Arrowhead,
because Pat Mahomes is going to give Andy Reid something he hasn't had in a long time, and it's the opportunity to not blow the game at the end. I think Pat Mahomes comes out there gunslinging and is able to build enough of a lead where Andy Reid doesn't have to fuck it up.
Fredo picks the Patriots.
I'm not taking anything away from Tom Brady because I'm sure it's going to be a great game. And I think the advantage the Patriots have in cold weather is they have Sony Michel.
I think the pass rush with all 3 of those guys on Kansas City, and they play man.
Yeah.
And
the regular season gets thrown out the window. The Chiefs are playing better defense.
they play man defense, which the Patriots receivers can't handle. And old-ass Gronk.
Sony Michel is going to be the deciding factor on whether, how the game's going to go.
I think
What's going to save the game would be if Gronk can ball out. If Gronk
Travis.
balls out, it's different.
Travis Kelce.
Best tight end in the league.
Patrick Mahomes doesn't get the torch passed to him. He rips it out of Brady's hands as the Chiefs finally win the Lamar Hunt Trophy.
And we're not going to have to worry about Tyreek Hill really getting tackled at all. Because my thing was, if since it's going to be so cold and the ball is going to be so hard to catch anyway, if Tyreek Hill gets tackled, he could get himself hurt because he's so small. But then I realized how the Chiefs run their offense, and Tyreek Hill's either blowing the top off the defense or going toward the sideline. He'll be straight. As long as I see somebody chuck up the deuces this weekend, I'll be good.
So where's the Patriots bias at?
I'm picking the Patriots. I'm picking old man Brady all the way. I'm picking Tom Brady. Thomas Edward Patrick Brady is going to go.
Don't you ever refer to
Thomas
that man
Edward
as
Patrick
his government Brady, his government name.
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady.
I will slit your throat with a butter knife if you do that shit again.
Is that even possible?
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady.
And Fredo, you're also going with the Patriots?
I'm going Patriots, yeah. Did we decide the NFC or no?
No. And in the battle for the NFC, we have the Los Angeles Rams versus the New Orleans Saints in the Superdome. Boy, is this going to be a fucking hard-ass game. I know I picked the Rams to go to the Super Bowl at the beginning of the year, but I think I'm going with the guys who are riding the choppers.
Oh!
I'm going with the guys who are living that chopper life right now.
Switched out your Super Bowl pick.
I switched out my Super Bowl pick because the Superdome is so hard to play in. Granted, Talib is playing this time, and he's going to give Michael Thomas a little bit of a rougher time.
I don't think it makes a difference.
He's going to make a little bit. Thomas is going to catch the balls, but I think Talib's going to give him a little bit of a rougher time than Peters did. But at the end of the day, I don't think the Rams can stop Kamara and Ingram.
I think Sean Payton's going to be serving up some gumbo.
Yeah.
Who dat nation? I'm going with the Saints.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Saints too.
I have the Rams winning the whole thing, so I'm gonna stay with the Rams.
Yeah, I wanted to stick with the team that I picked, but Drew Brees is having himself a year, man.
Because I said, like, I was hoping for all LA Super Bowl this year.
I as well.
So it was for me, Chargers or Rams. So I'm gonna stick with my guns. I'm gonna stay with the Rams.
Yeah, I wanted to stick with my guns, but then I had my brain had to step in and just be like, Drew Brees is one thing, but you're also playing in the Superdome.
Yeah.
That's the
And
real.
Sean Payton and Drew Brees have never lost in the playoffs in the Super Bowl.
That is the real 12th man right there. That's a hard place to play. Like, Arrowhead's a hard place to play. The Superdome is another level, man. And that home field advantage is really going to stick it out. Breeze. If Breeze goes to the Super Bowl, he's not losing.
Yeah. If Saints win, I have them winning the Super Bowl, but I have the Rams
this is a Super Bowl to be won by the NFC this year.
for sure. Have you
Again.
ever had a Breeze Brady Super Bowl?
No.
No.
We had Breeze Manning.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting.
I want to see a Breeze Brady.
A hell of a resume for Breeze, though.
I want to see that Brees Mahomes.
I
The
also
young
want.
gun go up against another.
It's a lot of
Old
good
veteran.
quarterbacks for both.
If it were Breeze Brady, I wouldn't be mad, but I wouldn't. I'd also be like, Breeze got himself a resume for quarterbacks to play in the Super Bowl. Though he beats Peyton Manning, and then if he can beat Tom Brady, woo! Name me another man who's done that. Name me another man who's beaten
can't.
two of the all-time great quarterbacks.
How many Super Bowls Breeze has?
One.
Okay.
8 years ago.
Russell Wilson could have done
9
it,
years ago.
Yeah,
but they didn't run the ball.
They didn't hand the ball off to Marshawn Lynch. Holy shit! To this day, I just can't. I can't fathom that shit. And then it electrified the career of one Malcolm Butler, who was a fucking scumbag bum. Ugh. I
Does
hate
Hunter agree with that statement?
Now he does.
Yeah, he got cooked.
Yeah, now Hunter agrees. Before Hunter would be like, oh, Malcolm Butler's an all-pro corner.
Oh, he's the best corner in the league.
And I literally was like, oh, he's so good, that's why Belichick ain't going to pay him.
He got pissed off. I'm like, oh, that's why he wants to trade him. He's so good. He wants to trade him. Ooh, no, he's so good. And then, what a difference a year makes. He's fucking trash. Now you see the fucking life.
Malcolm Butler's trash.
Just because he's on your team, it doesn't mean he's good.
Yeah, I hate everyone on my team. I'm not happy unless I'm miserable. And that's how you know I'm a real sports fan, man. If there's people on your team that you don't hate, you're not a fan. All right, fellas, before we wrap it up, what are we doing this weekend? What are you guys up to?
Working.
How you do?
You
Guys
need an
at
answer.
work.
Me? Tomorrow, gotta wash clothes, go to the mosque. But Saturday's gonna be fun. I'm gonna watch a Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. And
Broly, get it right.
Broly, whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Broly.
I grew up on Broly.
Riley.
It's
Broly's
Broly. It was
AW.
Broly. You grow up.
It's Broly.
Broly, whatever.
Riley.
I grew up with
Broly,
fucking
broccoli.
Broly.
Broly broccoli. Anyway,
You call yourself a Dragon Ball fan?
Boo.
Fucking Muslim Goku.
Boo this man. Boo.
and then
Muslim piece of shit, which I don't.
and then it's Kevin's birthday party after. So.
Nice.
Go see Dragon Ball Super Broly.
Steven, what are you doing this weekend?
Fantastic. I'll be working.
Nice.
Good thing I saw the Dragon Ball Super movie yesterday.
Nice. I heard there's a lot of Frieza in it. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I saw
A lot of Frieza.
I saw the bootleg version, so I was good.
Frieza's a lot of Frieza.
Good thing, because Steven, who's my favorite villain in Dragon Ball?
Cell.
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
Now, mine is between Boo and Cell. I can't decide.
Frieza's better than both of them, but that's not a conversation for this.
Oh,
But Frieza can't touch Boo, son. Boo destroyed
You never
Frieza.
saw any of what Boo actually did, though.
No, but
all
remember-
of Boo's
wait,
mythos
wait,
is just based off of he
Wait,
say,
Steve,
she say.
Steve, I need you back. Remember?
What are you talking about?
You never really saw what made Boo Boo. Like,
Listen.
Even when he
Hold on.
destroyed Earth and did all that shit, it really wasn't even that.
They had a backstory on what Boo did.
Wait, one second. Hold on.
At least with
One
the
second.
backstory, let me finish first before you go. But at least on the backstory of Frieza, you saw it all. You saw it play out, and then they had movies about it.
Okay.
The backstory for Boo is just, I'm Babidi, and I fucked this place
Frieza
up.
blew up one planet.
Multiple planets,
All
but he also blew up the main
He was famous
character's
for
race.
one planet.
Okay.
And
Really
the main
quick.
character's race. Go ahead, Fredo.
Steve.
Boo fucking blew up a
Wait,
planet
Steve,
with
Steve,
him
hold on.
it.
Steve, hold on.
And he
Steve.
blew himself up and got himself back together.
Steve.
Teleport. Blow up another planet with him on it. He blew himself up.
All right, Steve, hold on. I need you to back me up on this. Was that on Super or was it one of the movies where Frieza said himself, "There's two people you don't fuck with"? Is Boo
Beerus
and Beerus?
That was in the movie.
That was in the movie.
So Boo would
He
fuck
said
up
that
Frieza.
his daddy
technically
told him not to
canon.
fuck with Beerus and Boo.
The movie's not canon, so it's okay. Ha! Suck 'em a deek. But as far as character development, what makes Frieza better than any villain in this story, pretty much almost better than every character, probably besides Vegeta, which Steven knows I'm not a big Vegeta fan. Super made me a Vegeta fan because of the character development that did it. Frieza has so much character development.
Yeah.
Super made you a Vegeta fan.
Super made me a Vegeta fan because they finally took care of him correctly.
I've always been a Vegeta fan.
You always been a Vegeta fan because you always like, I gotta like the bad guy, I gotta like the anti-hero.
I always like
that's not
Gohan.
why I like Vegeta.
Whatever.
No.
Vegeta's character in Dragon
'Cause
Ball
Vegeta
and
was
Dragon Ball
smart.
Z, up until when he fucking blows himself up, is trash.
That's
Even
my
Majin?
favorite episode.
The Majin, when he sacrificed himself to try to blow
My
up
favorite
Boo,
episode is him killing himself.
him killing himself is the most character development he got in the whole series.
Yeah, especially when he showed emotion towards Trunks.
That's
That was
it. But that's
crazy.
the only character development he had throughout the whole series. Other than that, his character arc and
catching up
his
to
story
Goku and shit.
is
He was still
trash.
fighting and then he was evil.
It was so trash.
You know why I liked him? Because fucking when Goku fought the Ginyu Force and Goku was just leaving him, he was like, "What the hell are you doing?" He's like, "Kill him." He's like, "No." He's like, "They tried to kill your son." And then Vegeta kills off the Ginyu Force.
But what annoys me the most is when Vegeta turns into a puss.
When?
Like
He turns the puss into the movies.
in the
They're not
movies, which is
canon.
the worst. The
They're not
worst.
canon.
I
The
know, but
movies aren't
still,
canon.
I know. Okay, I get that, but like that's such a turnoff when you just watch Vegeta just cower in fear, or like the whole time he's fighting Frieza, and he's like, "I'm a Super Saiyan. You're a Super Saiyan." It's like, oh,
This
I
is the
fucking
longest
get it.
conversation about your weekend ever.
I get it. This is the best conversation about our weekend because it ties into what everybody's doing except for you because you're a puss.
All right, so one question.
Well,
I got a
boy.
trivia question for y'all. What's Vegeta's biggest fear?
What's what?
What is Vegeta scared of the most?
Of falling too behind Goku.
No.
What?
Bulma.
No.
Who?
Worms.
Worms? Oh my god. That's not a real answer. That's so trash.
He's
Because you know
petrified
the
of
real
worms.
thing he hates more than anything would be if he fell behind Goku even an instant.
No, I'm talking about afraid.
Afraid?
Nah,
Oh,
yeah.
no. I was going to say, actually, I wouldn't even have an answer for fear.
He
Worms.
fears his wife.
Yeah, everybody fears his
How about Goku? What's his biggest fear? Everybody has to know this one.
Needles.
Yeah. Yo, that's the funniest shit ever, dog.
This weekend, I'm going to try to go see the Dragon Ball movie.
Better buy the tickets now because they selling like fucking hotcakes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get into Snowstorm this weekend. I'll be fine. I'm going to be watching the first UFC fight card on ESPN. TJ Dillashaw versus Henry Cejudo, Team Killishaw. I'm going to be watching the Pacquiao-Broner fight at the same time.
Ooh.
I want to see.
Where's that on?
Showtime.
Fuck. Huh.
I want every bad thing to happen to Adrian Broner.
Shit, I might come over.
Go ahead. Yeah, I'm having people over. I'm having Angel and Abby come over.
Yeah, if the party's over in a good time, I'll stop by.
Yeah, as long as it's also the weather's not bad.
Yeah.
Either. But these guys live around the corner, so it's like they'll be fine. Yep. So a lot of fights this weekend. Probably gonna go kickboxing class on Saturday too.
I'll probably hit the gym Saturday.
And then Sunday is football. I was able to get this weekend off because of the snowstorm. I was able to get people to cover my shifts because I have an hour drive to work. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I wish we could talk fighting more, but nobody really pays attention to me like I do. So
I pay attention to it.
not like I do.
Yeah, but not in depth, but I pay attention to
No,
it.
yeah, but not like
I probably, out of all four of us, I think I probably comparable or, you know,
I wouldn't
two
say any.
with
I don't think any of you guys are comparable to my knowledge of fighting, but I wish it happened. Like I'm not saying you know absolutely zero, but you don't know enough to have a real in-depth conversation.
Who?
With Fredo.
We've had in-depth conversations.
Not like I want to.
Okay. It's a personal.
We get analyzed. You usually come to me to like explain things differently.
I don't pay attention to like you used to.
Yeah, like you wouldn't be able to break down fighters.
But I can break it down.
The way I
Okay.
break down fighters because I know fighters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know all the people you really don't know.
That's where my Sour Patch went.
Nobody cares about your Sour Patch. You're a Sour Patch and you're a fucking twink. We're Jump Shot Therapy. We're fucking out of here.
We'll see you St. Patrick's Day when it gets uploaded.
Hey, see you in June.
Oh, bye.